I have entered this equation, this expression on the board. I'm going to make this a function, f of x equals, nasty looking function, and I've entered it over here on my calculator. And I want to evaluate this expression, so I want f of, say, for example, 3.21. So by doing this just by hand, it's going to be a monster calculation, and I don't really want to do that. So I enter it in here one time on my in y1. So if I was to do it, I would have go to my y equals, and I entered it right there. And now I want to evaluate it for 3.21. So I can go alpha F4, that's alpha trace up. Come on, clear off of there. Clear. Come on. Sorry, my calculator is not working so well. Okay. Alpha F4, that's on the alpha trace, and I get this nice little box of y's. So I want y1, so I just press enter. I can get rid of my little bracket there. And it gives me y1, which is where I entered that long polynomial. So I'm going to evaluate y1, parentheses, for 3.21, close parentheses. And it gives me the answer. And if I wanted to evaluate it, f for negative 0.085, again, it would be a monster calculation if I had to plug negative 0.85 in for every single x in this polynomial. I can just go alpha F4 y1 parentheses negative 0.085 close parentheses, enter, and it gives me the answer. So it's a much easier way of evaluating expressions than by plugging in numbers. And if your operating system is not all the way, isn't current, ask me and I'll update it. But you can get to that y1 another way. You can get it by pressing vars, right here vars, it stands for variables. And then we're asking for y vars, and I want a function. There I have all my y's again. So I just press y1, I enter. It gives me the y1 again. I go parentheses, I want to evaluate it for the number 3. And I go enter, and it gives me that. And just to show you that it's really working, I'm going to do it again. I'm going to go vars, y vars, functions. Come on. Try again. Vars, over to y vars, 1 for function, 1 for y1, and I'm going to evaluate it for 0. Do you have any idea what's going to happen? Oh, let's make it for 0. Make the parentheses. Parentheses, 0, close parentheses. What's going to happen is it gives me an error. And it gives me an error because this part of my polynomial would be undefined. But I just threw that in so that you would know that it actually works.